So a lot of you evil ass wizards have been under my post recently, and it's been kind of crazy. Ever since I started calling out the evil wizards and how they control everything in the world, including the people, a lot of evil wizards have been after me. So today I decided, hey, let's make a video on why evil wizards aren't shit, and to teach you how to beat evil wizards. All right, so the first thing you gotta do is it's really hard. So this is like my number one tip. Number one, do not sleep. Right now, I am not sleeping, and the reason why is because evil wizards have full control over you while you were asleep. Sleeping is very bad, so I don't recommend really doing it. All right, so the next thing is you need to know how to spot a quote unquote NPC. Now, for those that don't know what fucking NPC means, basically in video games, it's a way to describe like a character. I never actually figured out what NPC means, but it's basically like when you walk up and talk to a guy in a video game, he's an NPC. So NPCs are all around us. It's kind of scary. Yeah, so like number one tip that I have is if they are insulting you in an Instagram comment section, if they're telling you to get a job, if they're telling you to like I don't so like if they're like insulting you, or if they come onto your page just to like insult you, or if they say blood, or they reply to you to like with like a skull emoji and shit, they're not a real person. They are actually an evil wizard. I think another thing really that is kind of like very important is that if they are if they tell you to get a job. See, I think that not a lot of people realize that getting a job, while it's not a bad thing and you kind of have to get a job, you should really get a job. I should really get a job. I'm gonna apply to Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow. But listen, so but there's a theory going around that evil wizards control the media. So the reason why this theory came to be was because of an evil wizard known as Elon Musk bought Twitter. Now, this evil wizard I'd call him a lich. So this lich, he got so powerful because he was a billionaire that liked Reddit, and everybody found him awesome and swag. Then he used that swagness to buy Twitter, and then everybody hated him. But why is that? Well, that was because Elon Musk was an evil wizard all along, but nobody really knew until it was already too late. And Elon Musk, what he does, now it gets even crazier, because what Elon Musk does, well, all right, enough fucking yapping. You're probably wondering, hey, how do I deal with an evil wizard? All right, Kenny Des, you told me a lot about evil wizards. I didn't know that evil wizards were a real thing and that I needed to be careful. Well, don't worry. My name is Kenny Des for a reason, because I'm autistic, and autistic people know so much about shit that really doesn't matter unless they get really lucky and get rocket scientists autism. But I didn't get it. I didn't get that autism. So now, this is what's going to happen. So evil wizards are going to take control over the whole entire world. But there's a few ways you can actually stop this and protect your family. The first thing you need to do is get your hands on a few spells. Now we're going to go ahead and do a tier. No, just fucking kidding. I'm not doing a goddamn tier list. I'm not doing a fucking tier list. You got me fucked up, man. You got me fucked up, man. You got me fucked. If there's anyone that is desperate and really needs to just get everything off, I'm begging of you. I haven't seen a human face in 3 years. I'm too scared. Anytime I go outside, I see a fucking I see demons outside. It's because of evil wizards. So now let's go back to our theory about what evil wizards are. So how do we deal with evil wizards? Well, the first step we need to do is very simple. The first thing you need to do is so the first thing you have to do is buy a horse. I don't think there's any reason to get around it. It doesn't matter if your wife's baby shower is coming up. It doesn't matter if your $300 No, I'm sorry, $300,000 in student loans, you need to get a horse. The next thing you need to do is you need to get a set of armor and a lancer enchanted with a anti-magic stone. Now, how do you get all of this? Well, you could find them on eBay for $300 maybe. It really depends. I don't actually know. I don't really remember how I got it, but gulp, he's right behind me, isn't he? Anyways, so honestly, I think just like the main tip that I can really give away, honestly, and the best thing to really do is that if you can't find armor and you can't find a horse because you're broke, which relatable. Relatable. Shut the fuck up, Kenny does. Anyways, though, it's all about thugging out. So the most important thing to do is really thug it out. I think I can't really stress this enough. Thugging it out is the only way really to work against the wizards and their curses. So after thugging it out for about 2 years, you then need to find a spell. All right, so how do you find a spell? Well, there's many ways of finding a spell. So there's like a few things that you could do. So how I got my spell is I went to 7-Eleven one time in the middle of the night. Some dude who I thought was on crack, who was actually a grand wizard, came up to me and he said that, like, he told me all this shit. That's how I know all this information. He warned me about everything and said that the only way I could get to dispel the magic that the evil wizards cast upon me was with dispel magic. So that is how I got it. So let me explain a few ways. So the first thing I'd probably recommend doing is probably joining Big Time Rush. Now, Big Time Rush right now is going under a lot of changes right now. Ever since their hit show on Nickelodeon has been going crazy, a lot of people have been going to Big Time Rush, which makes it more vulnerable for evil wizards to take control over Big Time Rush. For that reason, I definitely feel like investing in Big Time Rush stocks are extremely important. Not only that, but afterwards, you could befriend the members, and one of them has a dispelled magic waiting for you after you complete his oh fuck. Well, it looks like the fucking evil magic wizards took another one. Fuck. All right, well, that is perfectly fine. So another thing about evil wizards is that now they're kind of catching on to me. I see evil wizards everywhere I go, so now they're trying to take over this video. But don't worry, I will tell you how to defeat them so that they don't take over this video and infect your household. All right, so the next thing, and this is honestly the only option I could really say is honestly valid at this point, like sacrificing your right hand to a higher power goes kind of crazy. So another thing that people don't really want to let you know because of religious reasons is that you can sacrifice your soul to a higher being. It's kind of crazy. All right, so number one thing I could really recommend. So what not a lot of people know is that on the daily, people give their souls and their lives to deities. Now, there's definitely a lot of different deities that you could really go to, but honestly, giving yourself to a deity is extremely important. Now, I'm not talking about no main religion, I'm talking about deity. So something that the internet is going to get, that honestly I just can't believe happened, is that Gumball Watterson freed himself from a deity, which is something that can't be done usually. But Gumball Watterson had enough power and had a higher level dispel magic to stop even the deity's magic. Now, who was the deity, you might ask? Dream. Now, I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but yes, Dream is a part of a higher deity. He is not a higher deity, but the fact is that he sold himself out to the YouTube gods. The YouTube gods control a lot of YouTube and a lot of what's on your media page. So whenever you see a video and damn, that's funny, and then you try to look for it, the YouTube deities will remember that you found that video funny, so they won't show it to you again because the YouTube gods hate you. That is why a lot of the problems on YouTube go on and how it is, but that is besides the point. So let's talk about. Now, as we all know, we all hate Dream, but why do we hate Dream? Well, that is because Dream works for the YouTube gods, as we already established, whose sole purpose is to make you suffer. So, when like Dream gets into his 10th thousand drama or whatever the fuck, or whatever, it causes your YouTube feed to be spammed with shit about like Dream, which you simply don't give a fuck about. But that's kind of the reason why Dream exists, is to piss you off and spam your feed with complete garbage and also fuck up the whole YouTube thing. The reason why Dream is as high as he is, outside of him being a pedophile, is also because of how much misery he is able to inflict to the YouTube scene as a whole. Like, it is crazy. YouTube's content dropped so much after this guy became famous. And I think that just goes to show how strong Dream actually is. Now, to be honest, this video is getting kind of long, and I know nobody is going to watch it because the evil wizards are going to censor me. But I leave you with this. If you ever see an evil wizard, do not hesitate. I wouldn't necessarily say inflict violence, because the problem is, if you ever... So let's take an example, the schizo memes. So what the schizo memes do is that they're actually evil wizard propaganda, because evil wizards want you to shoot at them so that they can reveal their magic. If you shoot your gun at anybody that is an evil wizard, the bullet will stop. Evil wizards have a lot of control over everything in the media. Not only just the media, but over your video games and everything. Evil wizards, the whole purpose of their existence is to make you upset. If you were ever upset at one point in life and thought it was your fault, it is not your fault at all. It is the doing of an evil wizard. You do not need to self-improve at all. If anybody ever tells you you need to change and better yourself, what they actually want is for you to become their vessel, kind of like a mind flare, which goes to show that evil wizards are not to be fucked with. All right? If you've gotten this far, do not fuck with an evil wizard. What you need to do is instead find your local ADHD medication and fucking take it when you sleep, so that you don't sleep. Abuse ADHD medication. It is the only way to outdo the evil wizard's curse. I wish you all the best of luck.